All right, so straight away we will see what myjoyonline.com has captured in some of the newspapers. Let's start with the Daily Graphic newspaper. Onzi is Nkrumah's son, family associates confirm. So Onzi Nathan Kwame Nkrumah is the biological son of the late President Kwame Nkrumah and must be treated as such, says Sawad Mohammed El Rubi Sinet, who is an Egyptian and close associates of the Nkrumah family. I'm sure you remember some time back, this gentleman just shows up and says he is the late Kwame Nkrumah's son. A lot of people didn't want to believe, but somebody who is probably very close to the family is now saying that he is indeed Kwame Nkrumah's son. I don't know what it means to you, but if you want a lot more details of it, you can get into the Daily Graphic newspaper. Tarzan goes to court over TV license fees. And the story says that a former chief executive officer of the Volta River Authority, Dr. Charles Rekobrobe, has filed a suit at the High Court to contest moves by the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation to collect television license fees from August 1, 2015. So that collection was supposed to start, or at least is supposed to start tomorrow, Saturday, 1st of August 2015. We will see what this court action would mean to the whole TV license and all that. Government's GMA to continue negotiations today. Story says that negotiations on conditions of service for public sector doctors will continue today in spite of the strike announced by the Ghana Medical Association. World Bank supports Sankofa gas project. We'll get into the Daily Guide newspaper. Some of the headlines: editor busted over Samoa Jan sex video. So broadcast journalist and deputy editor of the RAS entertainment newspaper, Osafo Anthony, is in the custody of the airport police after his attempt to extort an amount of 25,000 cedis from Black Stars captain Asamoah Gyan in what appears to be a blackmail deal gone bad. See the twists and turns of this whole story. Also, 2 killed in student riots, and this has to do with the TI Ahmadiyya Senior Secondary School in Salaga and all the disturbances, details that came out yesterday. Pay us our money, Karachi chiefs seem to be saying. The communities affected by the construction of the Volta Dam have expressed concern about the undue delay in paying them their compensation as agreed upon by the government. Doctors strike over pay. We get into the weekend finder now. Wedding gifts banned, cited as objects of spiritual attack on marriages. Are we talking our country, Ghana? But apparently presenting gifts at a couple's wedding ceremony is an age-old tradition. For many, the whole idea of a present is to please the couple and make them happy. For others, the main intent is to shower the couple with things they may need for their future home. You can go on and on and on and read the details. It's in the Weekend Finder. 15-year-old rape victim seeks justice. And a 15-year-old girl who was allegedly defiled by and impregnated at the age of 13 is crying for justice after a case that was brought against the man who perpetrated the act has been pending in court for the past 3 years without a verdict. Let's see what the General Telegraph is reporting. 4 chiefs jailed. Ken Atefo attacks judge. One of the nation's criminologists, Professor Ken Atefo, has condemned the swift judgments of Charles Entry, who attempted to kill President John Mahama last Sunday at the Ringway Assemblies of God Church. Journalist in court for defrauding military. That will be 2 journalists that we're hearing this morning in the newspapers. A cell-style journalist, Benjamin Fifi Donko, has been arraigned before an Accra court for defrauding a military officer. I don't know why you would want to defraud a military officer of all the people that you could find. The BNFT, Suba links up with 170 countries to combat Simbox fraud. Also, a boost for energy sector. World Bank approves largest ever guarantee for Sankofa. So that's it with the headlines in some of the newspapers that you'll find on the newsstands. Quickly, I'll take you around the news portals, and I'm starting with myjoyonline.com. There's a story here: stop churning out lies to malign us. The doctors have warned governments, and details of it you can get onto our website myjoyonline.com and read. Let's see what's on City FM Online and then Graphic Online, and then I'll quickly bring you one story from BBC. So NPP primaries, court throws out injunction on Clote Kole polls, and then let me wrap it up with this on BBC. Some highlights, African news here. UN predicts population boom in Africa. Nationwide strike by Ghana's doctors. So the strike is also being reported internationally, making it on the BBC website. Burundi opposition leader accept top posts. Worst ever financial losses for Kenya Airways as well. So that will be it for what some people are reporting on the news portals. Kwame Jumajuman is just standing by. He's got all the sport news. So stay with us. We'll come back right after this with sports.